Hi guys. Remember when I showed you this awesome book and I said, I'm gonna meal plan, I'm gonna meal plan, I'm gonna meal plan. So I did it one time and I don't like it. To be honest with you, I think we told you in that first week review that the way that this book works anyway is you get like one major protein and you make 3 amazing, completely different tasting dishes. And that's great, but wow, that was a lot of chicken that first week. But I'm not giving up completely. So I'm gonna talk to you guys while I make today's recipe, and I'll explain some of my reason as to why I'm not meal prepping anymore. Okay, so one of the main reasons I'm not meal prepping is right here on the counter. I had to buy spinach, buy artichoke hearts, buy green cheese, and buy mushrooms. Unfortunately, this meal prep book calls for a lot of things that I don't have in my staple ingredients or in my pantry. It's a good learning lesson, right? You guys, if you've been following me, you know how much I try to grow spinach, so I have enough spinach to harvest and preserve. I haven't quite gotten there yet. And you also know, if you just watched my last pantry tour video, one of my happiest moments in my homesteading life is when I don't have to go to the grocery store, because I've produced everything my family needs to sustain itself. And this is kind of making me feel like a failure, like having to go and get all this stuff. And I love that we're trying new things and it's new ingredients, and that's all great. But what I think I'm going to do to adjust in today's recipe, I'm going to go ahead and use it since I have the ingredients and I'm not doing a full meal prep. I'm just making one of the meals. What I'm going to be putting together is a meat crust for a meatza pizza that's in the ingredients, and that sounds really yummy. So I'm just sprinkling in. The cool thing about this recipe is if you're paleo or keto, it's completely carbohydrate free. The crust is just a meat crust, and so I think it's going to be good. But what was I thinking when, I really put off. Last week we didn't do it because other things going on, and then this week I did have Todd pick up the ingredients to do it, and then I was just like, I don't know, I had just done the pantry tour video and I was like, this just doesn't feel right to me. So what am I going to do to adjust? I am going to kind of use the book as a guide for recipes for the week, and still do some meal prep with respect to thinking about what do I need to cook, and is there any advanced things that I can get out for the week. So I'm going to do it based off of ingredients that I have in my pantry. So I'm going to look through the book, say what do I have on hand, and plan my meals around that. So I'm sorry if you were looking forward to these videos and it didn't work out for me. Don't give up on it, definitely. It's just not meeting my ideal objectives for using my harvest and preparing food for the family that we've grown and we're eating in season, and when it's not in season, we're eating from our stores. Okay, so we have mushrooms and garlic in here. I've got my artichoke hearts drained. We're going to wilt the spinach first. Okay, there's our meat crust. We just need to pour off some of the extra fat. Alrighty, well, while my artichoke hearts are warming up with the spinach and mushrooms and garlic, I have softened some cream cheese and threw in some garlic powder, and we're going to spread this over our meat crust. And then we'll top it with all this goodness in this pan. And then we're gonna bake it a little longer. So what do you guys think? Does my reasoning make sense for not meal planning? I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking about it the wrong way. I guess to each his own, right? You're gonna do what's right for what you're trying to accomplish in your home. And just because everyone else is meal prepping, it's just not for me. It's not meeting my accomplishments, I guess, or not my accomplishments, but my goals for what I'm trying to do here on my homestead. It's got a lot of great concepts, and I love that, and I'm gonna keep it. And like I said, the book's amazing for wonderful recipes like this. It's out of the oven. Oh, that looks good.
It smells wonderful.
Yay, I hope it tastes good. So guys, this is not at all a bash on this cookbook. The cookbook is amazing and has amazing recipes, things that my brain couldn't possibly think of. But let me remind you why I'm not, just in summary, meal prepping. The way that this book describes it anyway. Yeah, you guys try it and let me know what you think. I am not meal prepping because number one, I don't want to be forced to eat the same protein 3 times a week. Please and no thank you. And then number two, I had to go to the store and buy almost all the ingredients for this meal. And I have tons of food in the house. And I want to be able to use the food that we grew, we harvested, we preserved. So what am I going to do going forward? I'm going to continue to use the book as a guide just to make sure that I have everything out of the freezer, from my extended pantry, and I'm going to focus on cooking meals or making modifications to the recipes to use the food that we readily have in stock. So how is it?
Substitute.
Substitute, yeah.
Yeah. Make our meal planning more about what we already have on stock that we...
Right.
How does it taste? The mushroom tasted very good. I haven't tried artichoke heart yet. The meat, the bottom layer meat with the cream cheese on it is really good.
Good. You like it?
Amazing.
Yeah?
Amazing. All together, really good.
They should put this on a pizza menu for a completely different version of gluten-free. Because it is absolutely to die for. It's really good. I think even just a sprinkle of Parmesan on top would have been good. So guys, stick around. I'm sure I'll come back and share with you maybe how I'm adjusting my meal planning. Using this book still, because this book is great. I just don't want to have to follow it the way it says.
Too structured.
Yeah. Too prescribed.
Right.
All right, guys. Let me know what you think in the description below. If you say, phooey, Rachel, stick with it. I don't care. Go ahead and tell me what you think. Talk to you guys later.
Bye.